we're going to move into what we call polygons. Now, a polygon is a figure that it's a closed image. So to begin with closed, I mean with all the sides are connected. So it is all the sides are connected and all the sides are straight. I don't have any curves. So a circle is not a polygon. Right? So no curves, everything's straight and all the sides are connected. Let me start with the names of them. If a polygon has three sides, so three sides, a polygon has three sides, I'm going to call that a triangle. Now, if a polygon has four sides, we can get a little specific. I watch Coco Melon with my kids, so I do know the names. There's like a rectangle, there's a rhombus, there's a kite. There's many figures that have four sides, but all of them, just to give them the same name for all of them, we're going to call those quadrilateral. Quad is basically four. You guys have seen the motorcycles that have four tires. They're called quads because they have forward. And lateral means sides, so quadrilateral means four sides. Now, for five sides, there's even a building in Washington, D.C., a building that has five sides, that one called Pentagon. Right? In there, they control the army, but they call it Pentagon because it's a building with five sides. Now, for six sides, we're going to use the word hexagon. And for seven sides, we're going to use the word heptagon. Notice I'm finishing with the word gon. The letter's gone for most of them. Gon basically what it means sides. Right? I'm calling them all polygons. Poly means many. In Algebra 1, you guys are going to learn polynomials, which means many terms. Poly means many, and gon means sides. So polygon means a figure with many sides. Now, for eight sides, a polygon with eight sides, you guys are familiar with those, especially if you guys watch UFC. They fight in a ring that has eight sides, and they're gonna they call this an octagon. In their case, it's even a regular octagon. We call it regular because all the sides have the same measurement. Now for a nine-side figure, we're gonna call those a nonagon. Nonagon. For 10 sides, I'm gonna have you guys think of the word 10 years, right? The word 10 years is called decade. So for 10 sides, we're going to call this decagon, which means it's a figure with 10 sides. Now for 11 sides, we're going to call this undecagon. Basically 1 in 10. Many words in mathematics come from Latin roots. So for those of you that speak a Latin language, Italian, French, Spanish, un sounds like the number 1 in Spanish or Latin roots. Now for 12 is basically a 2 and a 10. So we're going to call those dodecagon. So depending on the number of sides, I'm going to give it a specific name. Now in the homework, you guys are going to see it like this. It says write the name of each polygon. I just gave you guys a list of names. So what we're going to do, we're going to count the sides. In your homework, you can literally use your finger to count the sides. You can touch the sides and count them. I'm not going to do that because if I touch the screen with my finger, you cannot see anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark the sides as I'm counting them. So I'm going to count the sides. So for question number 2, let me count the sides. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let me write n equals 8. So the number of sides I have in there is 8. Like I said, I marked the sides as I was counting them. In your case, you can just count them with your fingers. Now there's 8 sides, so I'm going to call this octagon. For number 3, let me count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There's 9 sides, so I'm going to call this nonagon. Let's take a look at number 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sides. I'm going to write n equals 7. So the number of sides is 7. So we're going to call this heptagon. Looking at number 5, question number 5, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's 10 sides. As a little hint for you to remember this, I said, think of a decade, because it's 10 years. 10 sides, we're going to call this decagon. Make sure when you type in your homework, make sure the first letter is a capital letter. All the names that I gave you, I capitalized the first letter.